Welcome back to the Piney Woods Homestead, y'all. Those chickens shot out of there like a rocket, ready to get out. It's like they're in a hurry. And I'm kind of in a hurry today too, because they're calling for some nasty thunderstorms to be rolling through. Weatherman said around 2 o'clock, so that means probably about 10 o'clock this morning, storms will show up. I'm gonna get up to the neighbors, throw some fertilizer out on the corn, and get it healed. Let's see. Got the feed room finished up yesterday as far as insulating. I'll try to think to show that to you a little bit later. I got to get it cleaned up so we can get feed moved in. Probably won't happen today though because of the storms. Lisa's got some canning to do on the potatoes. Gonna show you a little bit of that. Ain't no telling what we'll get into today, y'all, but thanks for stopping in. Hit that old like for us and subscribe if you hadn't, and if you have, y'all, we appreciate you. We're gonna get to it. Oh, and we're also on piglet watch. Rosie is due either this evening or tomorrow. We've got a window here, and so I've got to check on her this morning. I'll take the camera down when we feed up and show you her. She's been in her farrowing barn now for 4 or 5 days, and she went in there no problem, y'all. She's used to it now. She's pawing around, starting to make a nest, so it ain't gonna be long, y'all, and I hope it don't come tonight during these storms, because I like to be down there when she's farrowing in case she has any trouble. Anyways, now let's get to it. Y'all, I couldn't be happier with this disc killer this morning. First thing I did when I hooked it up this morning was I took the 2 plows and I widened them out. Pulled those U-bolts loose, widened them out, and turned them in a better angle. And if you could tell from the video, this thing was throwing the dirt perfectly even, up over the top, hilling it up, covering up any grasses that were in the center of the corn. So that helped that die on out, suppress the weeds. But y'all, I'm not happy with the corn patch up there because the squirrels got into it and yanked up at least probably 40% of that corn that had come up so beautifully up there. But that's just the way it goes sometimes, y'all. The corn down in our garden down here in the bottom, it looks fantastic. Didn't have but a little bit of squirrel damage from that, and I think it's because of all the scarecrows and the electric hot wire and the human deterrent of it, because we're in and out of that garden, you know, 2 or 3 times a day. But I'm very happy with how it worked out. Now we're going to get down and feed the pigs. We'll see how Rosie's doing, see if she's any closer to labor. It won't be long, y'all. Probably, I'm thinking 24 to 48 hours, and we're gonna have a bunch of piglets here, and hopefully they're gonna look good. I believe they will. So let me grab Lisa from what she's doing up here at the house, getting ready for canning some more potatoes. She did quite a few yesterday. Moving a little bit slow this morning. I was holding a canner full of potatoes yesterday when a kidney stone hit. Thankfully, it came on out, but y'all, added to my collection. Before long, I'll have enough to resurface the driveway. Got a nice gravel collection going on. So as I said before, we're probably 24 to 48 hours from farrowing here, and are you excited?
I'm excited, but it's always the most stressful time.
It is stressful when you got a 600-pound sow spitting out
Itty bitties.
itty bitty little babies. Man, it makes you nervous, especially when she gets up and moves around. But she should be extra cautious this time. Pigs get better the more that they farrow. This is her second farrowing, so we're expecting for her to be even better at mothering, and we can already see that by the gentle way that she is laying down and stepping around. She's already taking it easy, and she's been singing to these babies now. And what does that mean?
When the babies are nursing, usually the mother sings to them, which is just a slow, low, kind of a calming grunt the whole time they're nursing. But she's been doing this for about a month now. She's already been singing to them.
Yeah, I noticed her gingerly about a month ago laying down out here in the woods. And as soon as she laid down, she started doing that singing. Yeah. So she's getting ready, y'all. Let's go check on her.
Oh, Dixie.
Well, let me fix that. You're a good girl. So we always come down and check on the garden while the pigs are eating their morning rations. And we swat biting flies and mosquitoes, and we're wrapped up pretty good in some bug spray right now, but
it doesn't help.
No, it don't really help a whole lot.
I guess it helps a little, but
well, I tell you what, the chiggers have not ate me up so bad, okay. so it's worked. But somebody asked in a comment from one of our last videos, when we were talking about what we feed our animals, a plant-based diet. And yes, I realize that a hog and a chicken can eat anything, and we as humans can eat meat and vegetables. We're also omnivores, I guess you would say. We just choose a plant-based diet because we have had really good success in our hogs and our chickens feeding that. We've not had any kind of sickness. We've not had any kind of lameness. Everything has gone well, and our meat quality has always been superb. The thumbnail of this video, you'll see me holding a bag of hog feed, and I believe that was Purina. We feed Purina, and we also feed Nutrina when we can get that. It's kind of not always in our market. And we also feed Do More from Tractor Supply, or we'll feed Nutrina from Southern States. And so all of those are a plant-based that we use. And they have probiotics in it for good gut health. It just works out really good for us, y'all. One tip I would say, if you are a person you're not raising hogs, or you're not raising chickens, but you want to buy that from a local farmer, producer, ask them to show you what they're feeding them. Look at an analysis of the feed that they're given. You may not want animal byproducts. You may not care, you know, it's up to you. But take a look at it. That way you're keeping your producer honest and you know you're getting what you're paying for. If you're going to pay a premium price for some of this pastured pork and pastured poultry, make sure you're getting what you think you're getting. You don't want to buy something that's been fed a bunch of honey buns or a bunch of waste leftover scraps from a restaurant, something like that. And I know that you can raise them like that, y'all. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, if you're going to put that kind of money into a top quality product, make sure you're getting what you paid for. Because I can tell you, we're getting what we pay for right here. And it's good, clean nutrition. Let's check on the garden. Look at that sweet corn. Let's see, what is it, knee-high by the 4th of July?
Yeah.
It is, what's the day?
The 8th.
June the 8th.
Yes.
So we're better than knee-high. I wish it was, ow, biting fly, got me good. Woo! I wish it was healed as good as that. I just got done healing. I wish I'd have had that healer set up, but it's good enough, y'all. It's thinned enough that hopefully when we get these gully washers we're talking about this evening, it ain't gonna lay down. Lord, we hope not, because y'all, that's a good looking patch of sweet corn. Okra's looking pretty good, that red burgundy.
Our cayennes are starting to get a lot of good peppers on there. They'll eventually, you can see the blooms coming up here at the top. They should, normally they could cover the whole plant. And these are our time bomb peppers, which is a hot pepper. It's more shaped like a pimento. They're good for stuffing. So this is our first year with those. I'm excited for those. And Matthew's got one good poblano right now, but there's more coming on.
Here's what I'm tickled about too. Habaneros.
Yes.
They're coming on good.
Coming on good.
We're gonna make some hot sauce this year.
And our bells are getting blooms. We've got some jalapenos here and there. And the flea beetles this year, which I have never ever dealt with in 20 years of gardening, have been absolutely ridiculous. Part of it has to do with the drier weather that we've had. We've been spraying with both spinosad and pyrethrins. I've also came through and been applying diatomaceous earth, both around the base and on the plants. And they're finally, I'm not seeing them like I was, and I've been battling them for weeks. But they did cause, you know, some good holes. And they do transmit blight. So I'm just praying over everything that I at least get a good crop of everything. And there's a little bee working the jalapeno.
Bumblebees are one of your best pollinators, y'all, and we got slews of them. These are either red snappers or celebrities, right?
By the time I got to the last row, I had a few red snapper and a few celebrity left, but did not have them tagged per row. I had them tagged per row, not individual pots. So these are a mix of red snapper and celebrities.
All right, we're gonna get back and check on the pigs, see if they're done eating, so we can get Dixie's pan out of there. Y'all, a funny story about these biting flies. We call them dog flies where we're from. Some people call them sheep flies. I'm not sure what you call them where you live at. Maybe you can drop a line or a comment and tell us. But a funny story, when I was, let's see, summer before my senior year of high school, my daddy had planted me probably, I don't know, a quarter of an acre of okra. I was hitting up the local farmer's market trying to make me a few bucks that summer in between working my part-time job as well. And so I'd have to go out there every morning about 6:30 in the morning. I'd pick okra and have to go back in the evening and pick okra. And I carried a 5-gallon bucket in my right hand, or whichever hand, and I carried an open pocket knife because I go along and pluck, and the knife helped me. Well, a biting fly decided to land on my right hand and was biting the fool out of me, so my natural instinct was to swat it. And when I swatted it, it caught those 3 fingers. I can't do the whole Spock thing. Them 3 fingers, in the middle one the worst. And y'all, I lost a pint of blood before my mama got me to the emergency room, and I still can't feel the end of that finger. So put some bug spray on.
There he come out.
Y'all, one thing I failed to mention, depending on the size of the producer that is producing, let's say, pork. I know when my dad was doing it years ago on a larger operation, much larger, he would grind his own feed because he grew it. What he didn't grow, he would buy grains, and he would add a supplement from Nutrina, I believe, in there when he was grinding. So a lot of you producers that are larger, they'll grind their own feed and they'll add in the minerals that the hog needs.
First tomato of the season. Cherry, but it'll work.
Alright, y'all, I believe we'll end it right here on the front porch today while this canner's going over here. Y'all, you got to be careful with these outdoor cookers if you're going to use them. Make sure that you ain't getting your flame too hot, because you can warp a canner. Just got to be careful with it. It's not recommended. I don't recommend it, but we live life on the edge around here, y'all. Anyways, this is our tail end of the canning process. We actually did most of it yesterday, or at least I helped her, and I helped her with the canning outside. But we're doing some whole potatoes. I like a few whole potatoes canned, but she diced everything yesterday. And so I think we ended up, if my math is right, 14 plus how many ever we just put in there. Plus we saved some out to eat fresh. So quite a few canned potatoes. And we're happy about that. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us today at the Piney Woods Homestead. As we got some corn healed, checked on Rosie, who's getting ready to deliver those babies here. in a day or two. We're excited about that. We'll bring you along for that too, y'all. And got some potatoes canned. Y'all have a good day, a great week. We'll see you on the next video.